Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cozy English Stories. Today, we're going to explore a topic that affects all of us, the importance of free time. In our busy, modern world, it's easy to get caught up in work, school, and other responsibilities. We often feel like we need to be productive every single moment. But what about the time we set aside just for ourselves? Is it just a luxury, or is it something we truly need? Let's find out together. Imagine a typical week for a woman named Clara. From Monday to Friday, her days were a whirlwind of activity. She worked as a graphic designer, a job she loved, but which demanded long hours and intense focus. Her mornings started early, with a quick breakfast before rushing to catch the train. At the office, she would be glued to her computer screen, designing logos, creating layouts, and attending meetings. By the time she got home in the evening, she was often exhausted. She'd make a simple dinner, maybe watch a bit of TV, and then go to bed, ready to do it all over again the next day. Her weekends weren't much different. She felt the pressure to be productive even in her free time. Saturday mornings were for cleaning the apartment, doing laundry, and grocery shopping. On Sunday, she would often take on freelance projects to earn a little extra money, telling herself it was a smart way to get ahead. Clara believed that the harder she worked, the more successful and happy she would be. She rarely said no to extra work and always tried to fill every empty slot in her schedule. One day, her friend Leo called her. "Hey, Clara," he said cheerfully. "A few of us are going hiking this Saturday. The weather is supposed to be beautiful. Do you want to join?" Clara hesitated. She looked at her to-do list for the weekend. It was long. She had laundry to do, a freelance project to finish, and she wanted to deep clean her kitchen. "Oh, I'd love to, Leo, but I have so much to do this weekend." "I don't think I can make it." Leo sounded a bit disappointed. "Are you sure?" "A little break would do you good." "All you do is work, Clara. You need to have some fun, too." "I know, but this project is important," she replied. "Maybe next time." After she hung up, Clara felt a little pang of regret. She loved hiking. She loved being outdoors, breathing in the fresh air and feeling the sun on her skin. But the feeling of responsibility was stronger. She turned back to her computer and continued working. As weeks turned into months, Clara started to notice some changes in herself. She felt tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep. The work she once loved started to feel like a chore. She found it hard to come up with new, creative ideas. She was more irritable and snapped at her colleagues over small things. She felt stuck in a rut, and the happiness she thought she was working so hard for seemed further away than ever. One evening, while staring blankly at her computer screen, she remembered Leo's invitation. She thought about the sun, the trees, and the laughter of friends. She realized she hadn't done anything purely for fun in a very long time. Every activity was tied to a goal: earning money, cleaning the house, or improving a skill. She had completely forgotten how to simply relax and enjoy the moment. This realization hit her hard. She was working constantly to build a better life, but she wasn't actually living her life. She was so focused on the future that she was missing out on the present. That night, Clara made a decision. She needed to make a change. The next weekend, instead of taking on a new freelance project, she left her Saturday morning completely free. At first, it felt strange. She felt a little guilty, as if she was being lazy. But then she decided to go for a walk in the local park. She didn't take her phone with her. She just walked. She noticed the vibrant colors of the flowers, listened to the birds singing, and watched families playing together. It was simple, but it felt wonderful. The next day, she called Leo. "Hey, is that hiking offer still open for another time?" Leo was thrilled. "Of course. We're going again in 2 weeks. You're in?" "I'm in," Clara said with a smile she could feel in her voice. When the day of the hike arrived, Clara was excited. As she climbed the trail with her friends, she felt a sense of freedom she hadn't felt in years. They talked, laughed, and shared stories. When they reached the top of the hill, the view was breathtaking. The city looked small and distant below them. At that moment, her work deadlines and to-do lists seemed insignificant. She felt refreshed, alive, and genuinely happy. Back at work on Monday, Clara felt like a different person. She was full of energy and new ideas. Her mind felt clear and focused. Her colleagues noticed the change too. "You seem really happy today, Clara," one of them commented, and she was. Clara learned a very important lesson. Free time isn't wasted time. It's essential for our well-being. When we take time to rest and do things we enjoy, we're not being lazy. We're recharging our minds and bodies. This rest is what allows us to be more creative, productive, and resilient when we return to our responsibilities. Think of it like charging a phone. If you use it all the time and never plug it in, the battery will eventually die. Our brains and bodies are the same. They need to be recharged. Free time is our charging station. It allows our minds to wander, which is often when our best ideas appear. It helps reduce stress, which is crucial for both mental and physical health. When we're less stressed, we're happier, we sleep better, and our immune systems are stronger. Moreover, free time allows us to connect with ourselves and with others. When Clara was always busy, she lost touch with her own interests and passions. Taking time for herself helped her rediscover what she loved. Going hiking with her friends strengthened her relationships. These social connections are a huge source of happiness and support in our lives. So, how can we make sure we get enough free time? It starts with recognizing its value. See it as a necessity, not a luxury. Schedule it into your calendar just like you would a meeting or an appointment. It could be an hour in the evening to read a book, a Saturday morning to work on a hobby, or a weekend trip once in a while. It's also important that this time is truly free. This means doing something you genuinely enjoy without a specific goal of being productive. It could be anything: painting, playing an instrument, gardening, listening to music, meditating, or simply doing nothing at all. The key is that it brings you joy and helps you relax. Clara's story shows us that the relentless pursuit of productivity can actually be counterproductive. By taking a step back and embracing her free time, she became not only happier, but also better at her job. She found a balance. She still worked hard, but she also made sure to carve out time for fun, relaxation, and connection. Our society often glorifies being busy. We see it as a sign of importance and success. But true success is not just about professional achievements or a perfectly clean house. It's about living a full, balanced, and joyful life. And free time is a fundamental part of that equation. It gives us the space to breathe, to dream, to play, and to simply be. It's the time when we can reconnect with what truly matters to us. So I encourage you to look at your own schedule. Are you making time for yourself? Are you allowing yourself to rest and recharge? If not, maybe it's time to take a page out of Clara's book. Plan a walk in the park, call a friend, or pick up an old hobby. You might be surprised at how much of a difference it makes. Remember, taking care of yourself is the most productive thing you can do. Thank you for listening to Cozy English Stories. I hope this story has given you something to think about. Don't forget to take a break. You deserve it. We'll see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe for more stories. Bye for now.